Okay, hello everyone. So we've got 13th of Jan today. So let's take a look. Now this week we've got some news, as you can see. So we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and in the Eurozone we've got Friday for those of you who are dealing with European related stuff like the Euro dollar or the DAX or whatever. Okay. Other than that though, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be, we're going to have some news coming up. Okay. So both of these days actually, both Wednesday and Thursday, we need to take into account on Tuesday as well. We shall have a disruptive day. So this week, let's get the hours and the pricing right. Okay, it's going to be a little volatile. And knowing that up front is obviously great for us. Let's start with gold as usual. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let's put the hours on there. And let's refresh this page. Okay, so as you know, last week gold, we had a swing day, and all the way from one swing day to the next swing day, it all went just fine. And that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, going in to those high levels. So this week, let's refresh the page and check it out and add in the swing hours. This week, as you know, Monday is a swing day. You already have everything on the website for the hours of the week and the swing days anyway. All right, so let's start off with gold. Now it's a new week, so we'll start off as a new week with the monthlies. You can see we're in between levels here, not a big deal. Let's check out the weekly. So with the weekly gold, nice breakout. Any pullback is legitimate for us. Okay, it's legitimate for us. It is a swing day today. Last Friday was also a swing day. So this swing day can be a good push up. On the weekly, let's see where we can get down to 2693. Let's take that into account. So I'll put that in 2693 is pretty much done. 2693, just bear with me. That is 2672. That can't be right. 2665. 2665. There you go. So the weekly pivot zone is good. All right, so that's one level. The second level is that 5657, which is 265661. 2661. 2656. This zone. All right, so if we do come down into these zones, we are definitely buying. Okay, and that's that. You need to be careful today because there is a disruptive situation which we'll need to take it into account. Goodbye kiss on the price is 2672, which we should also keep in mind. So the minute the market dips into this zone, you don't have to rush it. You just need to understand, you need to match it to your hours. So accordingly, we can go down and then go up. Okay, and if that's the case with the Friday, we could have a push continuing upwards, which is logical as we have a PST breakout. So any pullback is legitimate for us to go back up. Okay, and this is what we were anticipating last week as well. So you should all be in the money. Okay, and those are the levels, like I said, where we can get back to. Now on the daily, a goodbye kiss is going to be around 54, 51, 2661, 52, which is pretty much there, 2661, and 52 is there. All right. And that's how it is. So when we dip down, just mark into your hours. There are a few places, okay, but you need to match it to your hours. All right, so no need to panic. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar, nice and easy. Okay, we're back in the business. All right. Now we've got news coming up for the euro dollar later on in the week on a Friday. This zone is a close the gap zone, so we are going to be buyers in this zone. All right, and the swing day for this is not today, so it's on the website. Check it out. What you want to do is to make sure you wait for it. Now 34, we got 1.01. Nice round number. So the market still has room into 1.01. So we can, let's put this up a little bit. Will it go up? Maybe not. Let's do this. All right, so we'll keep that there. It's not a problem. And then on the daily, there you go, 0172, 01. I've marked 01 here in any case, right? So, yeah. So this zone is still having a bit of room to come, and I don't mind doing this, okay? If we take a look at 26.25, that's 1.0139, 1.01, let's mark them in, 1.0939. Right, so coming a bit more down, I think is good for us. And from the lows, we'll want to take it back up on a swing day, and there'll be 1.017239, which is fine. 72 is there. 39 is there. So those blue dotted lines, right? It's got room to come down, which is fine. Okay, it's something we're expecting. You can start to get ready for this. And the way to do that is wait for the lows, okay? And then from the lows on a swing day, we'll look for a confirmation, right? Once you get a swing day, you look for the confirmation, and then you will be in at the bottom of the trend, okay? And then we should have a push up, okay? Just like here. Now we haven't, obviously there's no breakout yet. There's no start of the trend yet. There's nothing visible to show us there is a start to the trend. But like I said, this zone is what we're expecting. And remember, on the monthly, there are two options that we have. Okay, with the euro dollar, I want to stay on top of this because the market can, it can push down, obviously, further and further. That's for sure. Okay, but once the gap closes, we're going to be in the buying zone. Okay, we want to be in the buying business. Okay, because this is the place where we want to get back in the game. All right. So the market quickly falling back down to a buy spot will push us up for a few months still. All right. So that's the whole idea. So that's what we're preparing for. And that way we can follow that like a few months up. Okay, so we can come all the way back up into this zone. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at SP 500. So it's a new week on the SP 500. Nice and easy. Okay. This is last week I said this is support, and if this breaks down, we're going down, and that's fine. All right, so it's all good. I did say there's a descending triangle here as well. So last week it's a bit tricky, but at the end of the day, that was a swing day, as you know, and then market just nice and easy. Okay, not much else to do. The swing day for this one, is not, according to what I wrote down, it's going to be later on, what you can do with SP500 is follow it down. Okay, because this has got room to come down, and we could definitely find ourselves somewhere along those lines into the swing day. Okay, so yeah, this will be again like a target zone. Now look, we've got room there, but let's check out the weekly first. As you can see, the good buy kiss is 52, 5838. If the market decides to come up into 5838, which is there, nicely settled in with the daily pivot 2 around there. So if we go up, market wanting to sell at the weekly, daily, at a trading hour, I think it's okay to do so. And we can take it from there. So I'm going to delete that. And on the daily, this is a support here at HCL1 5789 and 30 5765. So 5765 is there. 5782 is pretty much there. Right, okay. I got that right, yeah? 5789, sorry, not 82, which is done. Okay, so there you go, 5789, pretty much done. So that's the first support of the day. All right, so from here the market might go up a little bit if they want to sell this, and this is going to be a zone to do that. Okay, but the way things are looking, if it does go up today, then on a swing day next time we can sell off. You can see there's a gap in that zone, so market coming up for a good buy kiss and then selling off is also okay. All right, now like I said, on the SP500 and NASDAQ, the swing days are the same. You can wait for the swing day to happen and then trade that off, okay? 25 is another target there, so 5694. We'll put that in there as well. Okay, 5694. Because if it breaks below, we want to be targeting something. We don't want to be going blindly. All right, so 5694 is going to be there. Okay. And that's basically it. All right. 5864 is on the price. We'll put that there as well. 5864 is on the price. There. So those zones will be okay to target, and accordingly you can see it's the market's come down here and it's broken below the low of Friday. Okay, so it is bearish. So going up in order to sell again is an okay action, and you can do that on a swing day. You don't have to rush the trade. Okay, and that's on the daily. All right, but we've got room to come down. Okay, we've got room to come down even lower than that, which is what we're anticipating. Okay, and if that's the case, we could be coming all the way down into April, January, February, March. Well, like I said before, until like second week, third week, or after the second week of March, and then April we should have like a reversal if that's the case. Okay, so like come down and then going up. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now with Dow Jones as well, all the signs were bearish as well last week. Why? Because we were right there, as you can see, it was just like bearish. So that needs to now, if we get rid of this, you can do this. Let's take this. Okay. And let's do this. Okay. So this now should target there. All right. So this zone should be where we're coming into. All right. So 39,000, which looks logical enough for us. We've got even further to come down. I'm going to extend this further. Okay. On the daily, let's take a look. First of all, on the weekly, let's do the goodbye kiss. That's 49, which is 42,235. 42,235 is right here. So that's a weekly goodbye kiss. If we get up there, that's going to be a sell zone. So that's on the weekly. On the daily, 35, and that's 42,139. 42,139 is about there. All right. So this zone is going to be a sell-off zone for us if we get there. Do we have a further target on the weekly? As you can see, we do. We do here as well. 42,246 is on the price, which is very close to this as well. So no real need to really draw a line, but still I'll put it on there. Okay, and that's basically it, guys. All right, so this should fall off. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, breaking the neckline, going up, selling off. Okay, so that should be our attitude. I showed you the same kind of setup on a few things. So if that's the case, we should have a reversal coming down into these zones again. So we've got room to come down, and 39,000 should be on the cards for us. And 39,000, as you can see, is all the way down there. All right, so pretty much this zone. I can get rid of this, because if I'm going to target it, I want to target this bar. All right, so we'll take this bar, and then I want to put 39,000 in there. All right, so that's going to be target zone. All right, right in there. So, you know, as the market goes up and selling, that's how we should kind of like push it forward. We've got room to come down into that 41,323. It's where you can manage trade. If it goes up first, that's what we should target. Okay, 41, I think it was 323, somewhere there. We can target that as well. On the weekly, though, you can see we've got a bigger target at 34, which is 39,430. Lower than that is 29, which is 37,934. And even lower, we've got 26, which is 36,000. And like I said, that's also possible. Okay, why? Because we've got gaps, as you can see. Okay, so market will want to fill them in. And once it does, we'll start buying upwards as well. Until then, we can sell off. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. With Nasdaq, same kind of thing, not doing anything different. Okay, market coming down. So if we go back up again, selling is good. It's a nice breakdown, good buy kiss, sell off. On the weekly, we talked about this before. Good buy kiss at 57, 21, 180. If it goes up there, sell it off. If it's the right time, 21, 180 is there. All right, so if we go back up, that's on the weekly. On the daily, as you can see, 47, 21,071. 21,071 is going to be your weekly, pretty much weekly pivot there. So this zone is going to be a sell zone as well. All right. It's a nice place the market is standing at. Okay. Today we might have a surprise day, so be mindful. 6:15, 6 o'clock was a trade hour as well. So, yeah, and that's the zone. All right. Now remember, this zone once, twice, 3 times. Okay, this is gonna break. Okay, has to break. Okay, if it does, it's a descending triangle as well. Okay, so pushing further down, we're going to be going into these targets all the way down there. So mark these targets: 34, 32, 30, 20,433, 20,277, 20,100. Why are these important? Because you see where you can go to, right? And also the HCL, the red line, this is nice and important, 20,371. So these are levels where you want to be targeting, managing trade, and like pushing the trade so you can get it as maxed out, or where you manage the trade until you get to 46. But because this is weekly, right, it could be, by the time we get there, it could be like a waving up and down on the daily, right? So you don't want to get stopped out or whatever. So make sure on the daily you're covering and taking profit and so on. All right. And that's that. So we should have, like I said, a good A, B, C kind of a format, pulling back down on the indices, and that's how you should tackle it. So 20,117 is the first target there, okay, which is here, but I'm thinking that's just going to be like a pause or even just cut through. We need to come down further, and I think this is the zone we need to get into, okay, here, or if it's going to be like a big one, we should even, we could even find ourselves down here, and that's fine. It's logical for it to come down into these zones before it takes off again. All right, so we can follow this down with all the other indices, like I said. Bitcoin as well, as you know, I'm expecting buy and hold levels to fall down, so this should go down into the 70,000s, I think. Same kind of thing into there. All right, so we should pull back into the 70 zone, even into the 60 zone again, and that could be pretty sharp too. The market's done that kind of thing before. Okay, so as you can see, look, in the past, you see, boom, a few weeks and we're back where we started. You see, this is like from 46,000 coming all the way into like 20,000 in a matter of 3 months. Okay, and same kind of thing here. Look, 3 weeks. Okay, so that's 1 month. This is the second month, so 2.5 months where like we could be down. And look at that, 2 weeks we could be down a big way. So despite the fact that Bitcoin is becoming more stable now, it's not like the old days where it was going, it's still a bit crazy, but you'll see that in time it'll just stabilize more and more. Okay, so but still we'll need to cover some levels. So the market wanting to come back into this 70,000 zone is logical in my opinion, and from this zone here, pulling back here is just the way to go. Okay, so if you're a buyer and holder, like I've always said, wait for the pullback. This zone, as you know, we were always giving the heads up and down, the heads and the bottoms, tops and the bottoms. So that worked out really well all the way into the targets that I did say. And now, for those who are waiting is part of the game, and it should come back. Okay, just wait for that period.